Part of what fight fans love so much about MMA is its unpredictable and often controversial nature. Moments like Conor McGregor confronting referees or Yoel Romero's corner deliberately stalling evoke strong emotions and debate. Whether it's a questionable stoppage or a fighter's unexpected decision, the sport thrives on its ability to divide opinions and spark discussions. Throughout MMA history, fans have witnessed countless one-in-a-million moments. Take Anthony Lionheart Smith's resilience during his fight against Glover Teixeira in 2020, where he handed his teeth to the referee mid-fight. Or the unforgettable injury at Bellator 158, when Michael Venom Page shattered Evangelista Cyborg Santos' skull with a perfectly timed flying knee. These moments, though brutal, define the incredible toughness and unpredictability of MMA. Exhaustion is every fighter's worst nightmare, but sometimes mishaps in the cage lead to even more memorable events. Travis Wolford's infamous incident during a fight became a bizarre yet unforgettable scene. Injuries, both freakish and expected, add another layer to the sport's chaos. From Anderson Silva's leg break in his rematch against Chris Weidman, to Weidman suffering the same fate years later, these injuries remind us of the physical toll MMA demands. Post-fight antics have also provided some of the sport's most shocking moments. The 2018 brawl following Khabib Nurmagomedov's victory over Conor McGregor showcased the intensity of personal rivalries. Khabib's leap over the cage to confront McGregor's team is etched in MMA history as one of the most controversial post-fight incidents. MMA's unpredictability doesn't stop in the cage. Fighters like Bryce Mitchell and Kimo Leopoldo have incorporated personal flair into their walkouts, from screaming patriotic slogans to carrying a giant cross. Even humorous moments, like Mike Perry walking out to the wrong entrance song, highlight the sport's lighter side. Striking remains a cornerstone of MMA, with fighters like Francis Ngannou, Sergey Pavlovich, and Conor McGregor redefining power in their divisions. Whether it's Ngannou's record-breaking punch or McGregor's precise left hand, these athletes embody what it means to be feared strikers. Similarly, kicks have delivered some of the most iconic knockouts, from Mirko Cro Cop's head kicks to Edson Barboza's spinning wheel kick against Terry Eatum. The ground game is equally vital, with legends like Georges St-Pierre and Khabib Nurmagomedov demonstrating unmatched grappling dominance. GSP's seamless integration of wrestling into his striking earned him titles in 2 weight classes, while Khabib's suffocating control and undefeated record solidified his place among the greatest fighters of all time. MMA's chaotic and thrilling nature ensures fans never know what to expect. From legendary comebacks to bizarre injuries and unforgettable knockouts, the sport continuously delivers unforgettable moments. With each new fight, fans are reminded why they tune in, to witness history in the making. Demian Maia is one of the most feared grapplers in UFC history. A decorated ADCC Pan American and World Championship medalist, he holds the second most submission victories in UFC history, with his mastery of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu making him a standout in the welterweight division. Known for his precision in taking the back and finishing fights, Maia's relentless approach to grappling sets him apart as one of the best in MMA history. On the other hand, Fabricio Werdum's success in MMA, combined with his achievements as a 2-time ADCC and IBJJF world champion, make him arguably the most accomplished BJJ practitioner in the sport. Werdum's victories over legends like Fedor Emelianenko and Cain Velasquez highlight his elite skills. Meanwhile, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira stands as the record holder for the most submissions in UFC history, leveraging his grappling prowess to achieve a UFC title while consistently proving doubters wrong with his resilience. Mixed martial arts thrives on unpredictability, where knockouts and submissions keep fans on the edge of their seats. Fighters like Jamahal Hill, who delivered a devastating finish against Johnny Walker, and Kevin Randleman, whose grounded knees and pride showcased a brutal effectiveness, remind us of the diversity and intensity the sport offers. Similarly, Edson Barboza's spinning wheel kick against Terry Etam remains etched in history as one of the most iconic knockouts. Bellator and other MMA promotions also contribute to the sport's rich history of unforgettable moments. Patricio Pitbull's knockout of Ryan Couture and Mirko Cro Cop's legendary head kicks have added to their legacies. These moments are matched by the electrifying finishes seen in UFC events, such as Jorge Masvidal's record-setting 5-second knockout of Ben Askren, which left the MMA world stunned. The sport's controversies, like Yoel Romero's delayed rise from his stool against Tim Kennedy, further fuel debates among fans and fighters alike. While contentious decisions may linger, the action in the cage often overshadows the drama. Fighters like Robert Whittaker and Paulo Costa exemplify this with their thrilling matchups, displaying both heart and technique to cement their places in the sport's history. From the calculated brilliance of grapplers to the explosive power of knockout artists, MMA continues to captivate fans worldwide. Each fight, filled with risk and unpredictability, ensures the sport's legacy is defined by its unforgettable moments and the fighters who create them. MMA as a sport continues to grow because of its ability to combine skill, chaos, and unpredictability. Fighters bring their unique strengths into the cage, creating clashes that feel like high-stakes chess matches played at lightning speed. These moments leave an indelible mark on fans and fighters alike, blending artistry with raw physicality. Consider Anderson Silva, long regarded as one of the most creative and dominant champions in UFC history. MMA is equally a showcase of grit and determination. Fighters like Frankie Edgar epitomize the never-say-die attitude that resonates deeply with fans. Edgar's ability to come back from seemingly insurmountable odds, such as his legendary wars with Gray Maynard, illustrates that heart and perseverance can often level the playing field, even against a more physically gifted opponent. These qualities highlight why MMA is not just about physicality, but also mental toughness. Similarly, champions like Khabib Nurmagomedov demonstrated dominance through consistency and focus. Known for his suffocating grappling and relentless pressure, Khabib retired undefeated, a feat that is nearly impossible in a sport where even the best fighters are eventually caught by an opponent's punch, kick, or submission. His rivalry with Conor McGregor, one of the most heated in UFC history, culminated in a victory that further cemented his legacy as one of the greatest lightweights ever to grace the octagon. It's not just the men who have left their mark on the sport. Female fighters like Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes, and Valentina Shevchenko have played crucial roles in elevating women's MMA to new heights. Rousey, with her rapid-fire arm bars, became a household name and arguably the first global superstar of women's MMA. Nunes, often referred to as the GOAT of women's MMA, has defeated nearly every notable fighter in her weight classes, including Rousey, Chris Cyborg, and Holly Holm. Meanwhile, Shevchenko's calculated and precise striking has made her a dominant force in the flyweight division. Women's MMA also provided unforgettable moments, such as the brutal clash between Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Zhang Weili at UFC 248. The fight, often referred to as the greatest women's bout in MMA history, showcased both fighters' incredible skill and willpower. For 5 grueling rounds, they traded strikes in a fight so intense it left Jędrzejczyk's forehead grotesquely swollen. Yet both women emerged as winners in the eyes of the fans. Beyond the individual achievements and moments, MMA's history is defined by the rivalries that ignite the sport's fiery passions. Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz, John Jones versus Daniel Cormier, and Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor are just a few examples of feuds that transcend the cage. These rivalries often bring out the best and worst in fighters, creating a spectacle that draws fans in droves. The trash talk, mind games, and heated exchanges outside the cage only amplify the stakes once the fight begins. Take Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier, for instance. Their feud, built on personal animosity, professional jealousy, and conflicting personalities, resulted in some of the most anticipated fights in MMA history. Jones, with his unorthodox striking and creative grappling, proved his superiority in the cage. However, Cormier's Olympic-level wrestling and indomitable spirit ensured he remained a formidable rival. Their fights were not just contests of skill, but also of legacy and pride. In recent years, the sport has continued to evolve, with fighters becoming increasingly well-rounded. Today's athletes often possess a mix of elite striking, grappling, and cardio, making specialists like Demian Maia or Edson Barboza a rarity. Fighters like Israel Adesanya and Alexander Volkanovski embody this evolution. Adesanya's precision striking, coupled with his improved takedown defense, has made him one of the most exciting fighters in the middleweight division. Meanwhile, Volkanovski's adaptability and relentless pace have allowed him to dominate the featherweight division, overcoming legends like Max Holloway in thrilling contests. The international growth of MMA has also been a driving force behind its success. Fighters from across the globe now compete at the highest levels, bringing diverse styles and techniques to the cage. From Dagestan's wrestling-heavy fighters like Islam Makhachev to New Zealand's kickboxing phenoms like Adesanya, MMA is a melting pot of martial arts traditions. Promotions like the UFC, Bellator, and ONE Championship have played pivotal roles in this global expansion. ONE Championship, in particular, has emphasized martial arts honor and respect, focusing on fighters from Asia and giving them a platform to shine. Fighters like Angela Lee, Demetrius Johnson, and Rodtang Jitmuangnon have become stars in this promotion, blending traditional martial arts values with modern MMA. MMA's evolution has also been fueled by advances in sports science and technology. Fighters today have access to specialized training facilities, nutrition plans, and recovery methods that allow them to perform at their peak. Innovations like real-time performance analytics and advanced medical care ensure that fighters can extend their careers while minimizing the risk of serious injury. This scientific approach has elevated the overall level of competition, as athletes are now able to prepare more effectively than ever before. As the sport continues to grow, so does its storytelling potential. Documentaries like The Last Dance of MMA, biopics, and Netflix specials have introduced new audiences to the sport's heroes and their struggles. These stories highlight the sacrifices fighters make to chase glory, from grueling weight cuts to relentless training camps. Behind every knockout or submission is a tale of dedication, hardship, and often redemption. Yet, for all the professionalism and spectacle, MMA remains at its core a fight. It is an intimate, raw, and primal contest where two people test their skills, will, and heart against each other. Moments like Francis Ngannou's uppercut that nearly decapitated Alistair Overeem, or Holly Holm's head kick that dethroned Ronda Rousey, remind us of the sport's brutality and beauty. These moments encapsulate why MMA has captured the imagination of millions worldwide. The future of MMA looks brighter than ever. With continued global expansion, innovations in athlete training, and the emergence of new stars, the sport is poised to reach even greater heights. The next generation of fighters, inspired by legends like Georges St-Pierre, Amanda Nunes, and Khabib Nurmagomedov, is already making waves. Fighters like Khamzat Chimaev, Sean O'Malley, and Bo Nickal represent the sport's exciting next chapter, bringing a mix of charisma, skill, and unpredictability to the cage. MMA's journey from its humble beginnings as a spectacle of style versus style to a mainstream global phenomenon is a testament to its universal appeal. Whether it's the technical brilliance of a submission, the sheer power of a knockout, or the heart-pounding tension of a close decision, MMA offers something for everyone. As the sport continues to evolve, it promises to deliver more unforgettable moments, ensuring its place as one of the most exciting and dynamic sports in the world.